And another defect, one more defect is we cannot identify which halogen is present in this organic compound. Which halogen means either fluorine or chlorine or bromine or iodine. So we cannot identify specifically which halogen is present in this compound. So that means this is also another limitation. Which halogen is present cannot be identified. So like this, Bilstein test cannot stand as a standard test. Okay, so that means this Bilstein test cannot work perfectly to detect halogens, because sometimes the organic compounds, some organic compounds, they give Bilstein test even they do not have halogen. Okay, so hence instead of going with the Bilstein test, it is better to go with the Lassane's test. So now we will learn about Lassane's test to detect the halogen. How Lassane test is conducted to determine or else to detect a halogen. Lassane's test. See, actually, in the detection of halogens, how the Lassane's test will be helpful. See, already we know that how to prepare Lassane's extract. We learnt in our previous section. So, suppose if halogen is present in the Lassane's extract, then it will be in the form of sodium halide. It will be in the form of sodium halide. If halogen is present in the in the compound, then that Lassane extract should possess sodium halide. Okay. So now how to identify whether halogen is present or not? Simply Lassane's extract we have prepared. Now this Lassane's extract, it is acidified. So the Lassane's extract which is having sodium halide. Halide means maybe sodium chloride or sodium bromide or sodium iodide, etc. It is initially acidified by boiling with the concentrated nitric acid. Okay, that means this Lassane extract, it is boiled with concentrated nitric acid. Okay, so during this boiling process, what happened? Some of the gases are excluded, or else they are expelled. So expulsion of gases, unwanted gases are removed. They are expelled. Okay. Now slowly, so after these gases are removed, slowly cool this mixture. So what happened? We have to cool this mixture. Upon cooling this mixture, after cooling this mixture, what happened? We have to add silver nitrate solution. We have to add silver nitrate solution to that mixture. Okay, to that mixture. When silver nitrate solution is added to that mixture, what happens? So now, for example, here this is the mixture. So initially, Lassane extract is present in it. So initially we have added what? concentrated HNO3 is added to this mixture and it is boiled. Okay, the mixture is boiled, so it is having Lassen's extract and the concentrated nitric acid. So some of the gases are expelled, some of the gases are removed. Now stop heating, and all these gases are removed. Okay, now here this is a mixture, so cool this mixture. After cooling this mixture, now we have to add, so now this mixture, so it's a mixture. Cool the mixture. Okay, now add a silver nitrate AgNO3 solution to that mixture. Upon addition of silver nitrate solution to this mixture, you will find the formation of some precipitates. If any precipitate is formed, mainly white precipitate or yellow precipitate will form. So the formation of white precipitate or yellow precipitate, okay, formation of white precipitate or yellow precipitate indicates the presence of halogens. Indicates the presence of halogens in the organic compound. See, this Lassen's extract is prepared by using organic compound. Already we have seen how to prepare Lassen's extract. Okay, so now these are the steps we have to follow. So after addition of silver nitrate into this mixture, into the cooled mixture, if you add silver nitrate solution, what happens? A white color precipitate or yellow color precipitate is formed. So the formation of such precipitates will indicate the presence of halogen. See, actually, let us see what happens. Suppose if white precipitate, see, after the precipitate is formed, okay, take this precipitate out. Okay, take out this precipitate. Okay, and introduce this precipitate into ammonia solution. Ammonia solution. What is this one? Suppose if it is white precipitate. Okay, so ammonia solution. Ammonia solution contains what? Ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH. Okay, ammonia solution. So what happens? This white this white precipitate will dissolve when introduced in ammonia solution. That means if white precipitate is soluble, if it is soluble in NH4OH solution, okay, completely, okay, it indicates the presence of, this is important, okay, it indicates the presence of which halogen? The presence of halogen chlorine. So this is important. So white precipitate is formed when chlorine is present in the compound. See, actually what has happened? So during all this process, so if chlorine is present, so this chlorine, suppose if it is chlorine, it will form NaCl is present. So here, by conducting these things, so what happens here? NaCl will be added with silver nitrate. NaCl, it is added to silver nitrate. So what happens? So it forms a silver chloride. A white precipitate of silver chloride is formed. AgCl, a white precipitate of silver chloride is formed along with the formation of sodium nitrate. So it's a white colored precipitate, white PPT. So whenever white PPT which is formed in this mixture upon addition of silver nitrate and this white precipitate, if it is kept in ammonia solution or else ammonium hydroxide solution, what happens? If this white precipitate dissolves, if it is soluble in ammonium hydroxide solution, it indicates the presence of chlorine. That means this halogen is nothing but chlorine. Okay, that means that organic compound is said to be having chlorine. Suppose if yellow instead of white, if dull yellow, not bright, it is dull yellow. If dull yellow precipitate is, it is partly soluble, not completely soluble. If it is partly soluble, if it is white precipitate, it is completely soluble, and it is silver, it is chlorine. Suppose if dull yellow precipitate is partly, if partly soluble, it is partly, if it is partly soluble, okay, if dull yellow, I mean here the precipitate which is formed is, suppose if it is yellow precipitate, if it is yellow, dull yellow precipitate, see already we have seen that when silver nitrate is added to the mixture, so here a precipitate is formed. It may be white precipitate or yellow precipitate. So presence of white precipitate or yellow precipitate will indicate the presence of halogen. So specifically white precipitate will indicate the presence of chlorine. If it is white precipitate, it indicates chlorine. Okay, suppose if it is dull yellow precipitate, if it is dull yellow precipitate, then it is not completely soluble, it is partly soluble. It is partly soluble in ammonium hydroxide solution. That means some solid is left over. So only some solid is dissolved in this one. Partly soluble means only little amount of that precipitate is soluble in ammonia solution, NH4OH solution. Okay, and most of the yellow colored precipitate remains as precipitate only. Only little amount of yellow colored precipitate, dull yellow precipitate is dissolved. So it indicates the presence of what? Bromine. It indicates the presence of bromine in the organic compound. That means that organic compound is said to be having bromine. Okay, so now the reaction will be like this, NaBr, because here if it is yellow precipitate, dull yellow precipitate, then the lacine extract must be having sodium bromide. Okay, sodium bromide. If it is dull yellow precipitate, if the precipitate formed in this process, if the precipitate is formed, precipitate is formed. So this precipitate, so this is all about the precipitates. This is all about precipitate. So if the precipitate is formed is white, then it is said to be sodium chloride. If the precipitate is yellow, again yellow, even in yellow also there are two yellows, dull yellow, bright yellow. So if it is dull yellow, then it indicates the presence of bromine in the organic compound, NaBr. So here the precipitate, it is silver bromide precipitate. Silver bromide precipitate it is what? Yellow, dull yellow precipitate. Dull yellow precipitate is produced, and this precipitate will dissolve in ammonium hydroxide solution. So actually this reaction takes place when silver nitrate is added and precipitate, this precipitate is formed, and if it is dull yellow precipitate, what happens? So it is partly soluble in ammonium hydroxide and it indicates the presence of bromine, right? Suppose if the precipitate formed here is, it is bright yellow, if the precipitate formed here is bright yellow, okay, then if this precipitate, bright yellow precipitate, if it is allowed to, if it is kept in ammonia solution, what happens? The precipitate here, bright yellow precipitate, it does not dissolve at all. Bright yellow if it is bright yellow precipitate, it does not dissolve at all. Okay, how bright yellow precipitate is formed? Bright yellow precipitate is formed when iodine is present in the Lassine extract. When iodine is present, instead of chlorine or bromine, if iodine is present, then it forms a bright yellow precipitate, and this bright yellow precipitate when kept in ammonia solution, it does not dissolve at all. It is completely insoluble. So completely insoluble. Where this bright yellow precipitate, is completely insoluble in ammonia solution, and this bright yellow precipitate is nothing but what? It is nothing but silver iodide. How silver iodide is formed? So here silver iodide is formed means, precipitate is silver iodide means the Lassine extract should contain sodium iodide. That means that organic compound should contain iodine. Okay, so like this, so it forms what? Silver iodide, a yellow precipitate or else bright yellow precipitate is formed. So here yellow or else bright yellow precipitate indicates here yellow precipitate, or simply yellow, we can say yellow precipitate is insoluble, completely insoluble, is completely insoluble, is insoluble, it is insoluble completely in ammonium hydroxide solution. Okay, that means a yellow precipitate which is completely insoluble in ammonium hydroxide solution is formed. If that precipitate is formed, it indicates the presence of iodine. It indicates the presence of iodine in the compound, in the organic compound. So like this, detection of halogens we can conduct by using Lassane's test. See, for detection of halogens we use Lassane's test. So in the process of Lassane's test, first step is prepare Lassane's extract. Okay, if halogen is present in the Lassine extract, then that halogen will be in this form, sodium halide. It may be sodium chloride or sodium bromide or sodium iodide, it may be anything. So if halogen is present, then simply acidify that Lassine extract, and by boiling with concentrated nitric acid. So during that process, some of the gases are expelled. Okay, now that mixture is cooled. After cooling that mixture, add a silver nitrate solution to that mixture. Immediately what happens? If silver nitrate is added to this cooled mixture, immediately a precipitate is formed. immediately a precipitate is formed in this solution. Precipitate is formed. So here the so formed precipitate, it may be white in color or else it may be yellow in color. Yellow color may be dull yellow or bright yellow also. Right. So that means formation of white precipitate or yellow precipitate takes place. So it indicates the presence of halogens. Right. Now this precipitate, in order to detect which halogen is present in this precipitate, again we have to put this precipitate into ammonia solution. When this precipitate is kept in ammonia solution, what happens? Suppose if it is white precipitate, then immediately it dissolves when kept in ammonia solution. A white precipitate will dissolve when kept in ammonia solution, because that white precipitate contains silver. Okay, so here silver chloride, white precipitate contains silver chloride. So here we can find we can write 3 points here. Yellow precipitate, which is insoluble, indicates the presence of iodine. Dull yellow precipitate, dull yellow PPT, which is partly soluble in NH4OH solution, indicates the presence of, so here which yellow, dull yellow, the presence of, so here partly soluble, okay, presence of bromine, indicates the presence of which halogen? Bromine. So here yellow precipitate, here bright yellow precipitate, insoluble in ammonia solution, indicates the presence of iodine. Okay, how iodine? Iodine means it is the precipitate is silver iodide. Here the precipitate is silver bromide, AgBr, and white precipitate, which is completely soluble, in NH4OH solution. Okay, indicates the presence of chlorine in the organic compound. Okay, presence of chlorine in the organic compound. So the white precipitate is nothing but what? It is nothing but silver chloride. Silver chloride is a white precipitate. So like this. So finally precipitate is formed, and that precipitate, if it is soluble and if it is white in color, then it indicates the presence of chlorine. If the precipitate is dull yellow and it is partly soluble in ammonium hydroxide, then it is said to be the bromine is present in the organic compound. And if the precipitate is bright yellow precipitate and it cannot, if it is insoluble, if that that bright yellow precipitate, if it is iodine, if it is silver iodide, it is insoluble in ammonium hydroxide solution. Okay, so that means if bright yellow precipitate is formed in this process, and that precipitate, if it is insoluble in ammonium hydroxide solution, it indicates that this organic compound, this sodium halide is nothing but sodium iodide. And this how this sodium halide is formed? This sodium halide is formed when during the process of formation of Lasson extract. Okay, so in that process we used organic compound. So from that organic compound, so this sodium will bring halogen into it, okay, into the Lassen's extract. So we are now we are conducting experiments on Lassen's extract to find which halogen it is present. Okay, so like this, the detection of halogen can be conducted by Lassen's test. Okay, one question: why do we use concentrated nitric acid in this process? See, actually, in this reaction, this sodium halide is directly reacting with silver nitrate. In equation we have seen silver halide, it is reacting with sodium halide, it is reacting with the silver nitrate solution and form silver halide and sodium nitrate. So this is precipitate. This precipitate may be silver chloride, or it may be silver bromide, or it may be silver iodide. If it is silver chloride, it is white PPT. If it is silver bromide, it is dull yellow PPT. Okay. If it is silver iodide, it is yellow PPT. So all these things we have seen. See, here in this reaction, this is directly reacting with this one. Then what is the use of this nitric acid? The question is, why should we acidify this Lassen extract by boiling with nitric acid? So why this step is done? Directly we can add silver nitrate to Lassen extract and this reaction can be run. But instead of directly adding the silver nitrate to this one, we are acidifying this Lassen extract with the nitric acid. What is the reason? So now let us learn the reason for this. See, this Lassen extract, it may contain